Adam Rhodes sighed, leaning back into the cushions of Jeff's sofa. The game was over, the highlights were rolling, and the air in the apartment smelled faintly of hops and buffalo wing sauce. I love watching games on your TV. It's like being there, but without the cold or the $14 hot dogs. Jeff grinned, a standard issue expression of masculine triumph. He cracked open another beer, the six-pack admission charge Adam had brought over, and took a satisfied swig. Well, you keep bringing the beer, and you're welcome anytime. My door is always open to a man who understands the importance of pixel density. Adam stared at the screen, then down at his own hands, as if realizing the drabness of his own reality. All I know is, when I watch my regular load of TV, I want to stab myself in the eyes with a fork. Everything is just fuzzy. It's like the whole world has cataracts. Well, don't do that, Jeff advised, his voice deadpan. Then you won't be able to find your way over here with the beer. And frankly, the carpet is new. I don't need eye stabbing as a conversation starter when Audrey's parents visit. Adam stood up, checking his watch. The transition from the height of sanctuary back to the real world was always a jarring one. He grabbed his coat, but paused when Jeff motioned toward the hallway. See you later. Oh, hey, I just saw Jennifer in the hallway. She's got a present for you. Adam's eyebrows shot up. A present. Jennifer, his fiancée, was a fountain of enthusiasm, a stark contrast to his own more cautious, neurotic nature. I'll bet she does. What is it? Jeff's smile turned mischievous, the look of a man who knew a secret that was going to cause someone else a great deal of social discomfort. Well, I'm not going to ruin the surprise, but word of advice, make sure you are excited when she gives it to you. Like, scary excited. I bet Adam started, but Jeff cut him off. Okay, shut up, just go. Adam walked out, grabbed a to-go beer from the fridge with Jeff's permission, and stepped out into the hallway, his mind racing. A present. Was it a new game? A watch? Maybe, just maybe, it was a 50-inch plasma TV of his own. He dared to dream. Chapter 2. The Revelations of Girls' Night. While the men were worshiping at the altar of the digital grid, Audrey Bingham had been out with the girls. When she returned to the apartment later that evening, Jeff was still on the couch, though the TV was now tuned to a nature documentary he wasn't actually watching. And how was girls' night out? Jeff asked, his tone dripping with the kind of condescension only a man 12 years into a marriage can master. Did you guys play truth or dare? Try on each other's bras? Tell me there were pillows involved. Audrey kicked off her heels with a groan of relief. Actually, it was fun. You'd be surprised, Jeff. Once you get those girls out of the office, they are not afraid to drink. They're like sailors, but with better hair. She sat on the edge of the coffee table, looking at him with a look that said, I have information you aren't ready for. You know, Teresa? Jeff blinked. I don't think so. Jeff, you've met her about 9 times. Audrey sighed. Anyway, she and her husband. They're swingers. Jeff sat up a little straighter. The nature documentary was suddenly very uninteresting. Maybe I should meet her a 10th time. For clarity. Forget Teresa. Audrey continued, leaning in. You know Mary, the one you call Bug Eyes? Jeff chuckled. Bug Eyes? That's a classic. It's descriptive. It's accurate. It's a masterpiece of nicknames. Tonight, she told us she and her husband only have phone sex. Jeff's face contorted in a mix of confusion and mild disgust. That's probably because he doesn't want to look into those buggy eyes. I mean, can you imagine? It'd be like having a romantic evening with a giant mantis. Then, a thought struck him, a cold, terrifying realization that pierced through the beer-induced haze. He looked at his wife, his eyes narrowing. Hey, wait a minute. Do you talk about our sex life with your girlfriends? Audrey didn't even flinch. Well, come on. Jeff, I've got to contribute something to the table. Everyone's sharing. I can't just sit there and talk about the weather while Teresa is describing a key party in Westchester. Jeff felt a bead of sweat that had nothing to do with the room temperature. And what did you tell them? Tonight, I told them that when you sweat during sex, your chest hair looks like the rainforest. The silence that followed was heavy. Jeff processed this. Of all the things, of all the Herculean efforts he felt he put in, this was the takeaway? And that's it. He asked, his voice rising an octave. That's how you compete with swinging and phone sex. Sweaty chest hair. What do you want me to tell them? That I'm a landscape architect of the torso. What do you want me to tell them? Jeff, Audrey countered, her voice playful, but sharp. I don't know. Maybe something that includes the word satisfied, or exhausted, or maybe even filthy. Give me some credit here. Audrey laughed, a bright, genuine sound. Yeah, are those the kind of stories you tell Russell and Adam? Jeff crossed his arms, regaining his dignity. I don't tell stories to them. I'm a gentleman. Oh, please, Audrey rolled her eyes. Do not tell me you guys don't talk about sex. They do, Jeff admitted, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Adam implies things, mostly because he's terrified of his own shadow. Russell gives details terrifying. Anatomical details, and usually demonstrates with the salt and pepper shakers if we're at the diner. But me, I keep it locked down. He paused, a devious glint in his eye. Maybe now I'll just tell them everything. Everything? Audrey challenged. Jeff leaned back, his bravado returning. All right. Both things. Chapter 3, The Message and the Messenger. Across the hall, Adam was experiencing a different kind of revelation. Jennifer had indeed given him his present. It was wrapped in expensive paper with a bow that looked like it had been tied by a professional. Go ahead, open it, Jennifer chirped, her eyes wide with anticipation. Adam tore the paper away, his mind still hoping for a gadget, a tool, or something with a battery. What he found instead was leather and a strap. Is it a machine that makes your clothes fall off? Adam asked,